When you are working on your dreams, not everyone will understand you. Some will doubt you. Some will laugh. Some will say you're wasting your time. That's normal. Great ideas never sound reasonable in the beginning. If everyone agrees with you, it means you're not doing something new. Silence is not weakness. It is strategy. When you are silent, you are focused. You listen more. You observe more. You learn faster. Noise wastes energy. Silence builds power. The people who talk less often do more because they spend their time creating instead of explaining. When you are chasing a dream, it is natural to want recognition, to want others to see what you are building, to want validation for the hard work you are putting in. But the truth is, the world does not reward words, it rewards results. Many people talk about what they will do, but very few actually do it. And the ones who do are often quiet about it, focused on their work rather than on the applause or acknowledgement they think they deserve. Noise in life is easy. Talking about ideas, posting about intentions, explaining what you are planning to achieve, all of that requires very little effort. But taking action, facing failure, learning from mistakes, and growing silently, that requires courage, discipline, and patience. Silence is not a weakness. Silence is a strategy. When you are silent, you can see things that others miss. You can observe patterns, anticipate problems, and make decisions without the influence of noise. Noise distracts, noise confuses. Noise makes you react, but silence allows you to respond. In silence, you find focus. In focus, you find progress. Every time you let yourself be carried away by the need to explain, to defend, or to justify, you lose precious energy that could have gone into creating, improving, and achieving. The greatest creators, the most successful people, spend more time building than talking. They spend time learning, experimenting, failing, and refining their work. They do not need to convince anyone at the beginning because they know that results are louder than words. When people see what you have accomplished, they will understand the value of your effort without you having to explain it. And when you are young, it is easy to feel impatient. You see others celebrating, gaining recognition, making noise, and you think that their success is immediate or effortless. But you must remember that most of that noise is temporary. Most people's victories are short-lived when built only on words or appearances. Real success takes time. Real success grows quietly in small steps, in late nights, in early mornings, and in moments that no one else is watching. Every small improvement, every lesson learned from failure, every time you push yourself just a little further than yesterday, is a seed that will one day grow into something remarkable. The world does not reward emotion. It does not reward complaints, excuses, or arguments. It rewards persistence, creativity, and the ability to keep moving forward when everything seems against you. Criticism will come. People will doubt you. Some will laugh at your ideas, some will question your abilities, and some will even try to convince you to give up. In those moments, it is easy to respond with noise, to argue, explain, or defend yourself. But every word spent on defending yourself is a word not spent on creating, improving, or progressing. Silence in these moments becomes your most powerful tool. Let your work answer the doubts. Let your results speak louder than any argument could. Let your achievements make the noise that others expect from words. There is also a lesson in patience. When you are building something meaningful, the world may not understand it immediately. People may question why you are doing it, or why you are taking so long, or why you seem to be working alone. But if you stay committed and continue in silence, what you are creating will eventually become undeniable. It will reach a point where no explanation is needed. The value of what you have built will be so obvious that everyone will recognize it. The ability to stay silent while others talk is not just about patience, it is about confidence. Confidence comes from knowing that what you are doing matters, even if no one else sees it yet. It comes from trusting yourself, your vision, and your effort. It comes from understanding that your work will eventually speak for itself in a way that words never can. And in silence, you also develop the habit of reflection. You learn to listen, to observe, and to understand before you react. You start to notice patterns that others miss, opportunities that others overlook, and solutions that others cannot see. This clarity comes from the quiet moments you give yourself away from the distractions of opinion, comparison, and judgment. Real success does not demand applause along the way. It does not need to be announced, hyped, or broadcasted. True success arrives quietly, but it leaves a mark that lasts. It arrives in the form of results, of influence, of change that cannot be ignored. And when your work reaches that level, the noise will come naturally because people will talk about what you have done, not what you said you would do. Every effort you make in silence, every hour spent learning and improving, every time you refuse to be distracted by temporary applause, you are preparing for a moment where your success will speak louder than any words ever could. You do not need to rush to show the world what you are doing. You do not need to prove yourself to anyone. You simply need to work, learn, fail, rise, and continue in your path with dedication and focus. When people start on a new journey, the first lesson they often learn is that the world does not give credit for intentions, only for action. Everyone has ideas. Everyone dreams of success. Everyone imagines themselves achieving something great. But very few people take the time to turn those dreams into reality. The difference between those who succeed and those who only dream is not talent, luck, or intelligence. It is persistence, focus, and the willingness to keep moving forward even when the path is unclear. Many people get distracted by what others are doing. They look at competitors, at trends, or at the noise around them, and they start comparing themselves. Comparison is dangerous because it takes your attention away from your own work. It wastes energy. It creates doubt. But the people who achieve greatness learn early that the only person you should compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Every day, try to improve, try to learn, try to build. That is what counts, not how you measure against someone else. Challenges will come, and they will be bigger than you imagine. The moment you start working toward your goals, problems appear that you did not foresee. You will fail. You will make mistakes. You will encounter people who say, it cannot be done. This is not a sign to give up. It is a sign that you are on the right path. The people who never face failure are often the people who never attempt anything meaningful. The moment you fail, you have a choice. Let it stop you or let it teach you. Every failure contains a lesson, even if it is uncomfortable, even if it hurts. And the key is to learn faster than you complain, to adapt faster than you retreat, and to continue moving forward with humility and curiosity. Some people believe that success is only about working hard. But hard work alone is not enough. Hard work without direction is like rowing a boat without a destination. You will move, but you may not arrive. Focus matters more than effort alone. You must understand what truly matters, what aligns with your strengths, and what will have a meaningful impact. Then put all your energy into that, ignoring the distractions, the doubts, and the noise from people who do not understand your vision. Leadership is also part of this journey. Great leaders do not need to speak loudly to be heard. They do not command attention through authority alone. They inspire through action. They encourage others by showing commitment, resilience, and integrity. People follow those who are willing to work in silence, who take responsibility for both success and failure, and who understand that results are the best way to build trust. Opportunity is everywhere, but it is often disguised as difficulty. Many people complain about circumstances or wait for perfect conditions. But perfect conditions rarely exist. The people who succeed are those who see possibility where others see obstacles, who take small steps every day to improve and move forward, and who are willing to adapt when circumstances change. Patience is another secret of success. Growth is rarely instantaneous. The journey requires endurance. You cannot rush the process or force results overnight. Every day, you add small pieces to the puzzle: skills, experience, knowledge, relationships, and understanding. In time, those pieces connect and the results become visible. There is also value in humility. When you are humble, you are open to learning. You listen to advice without feeling threatened. You observe others without envy. You acknowledge your weaknesses and work to improve them. Humility allows you to grow faster than arrogance, to adapt to changing circumstances, and to maintain relationships that will support you in the long term. Technology, strategy, or resources are helpful, but they are not the defining factors of success. Attitude is. How you approach challenges, how you treat people, how you respond to failure, and how you remain committed when others quit. These are the real differentiators. And finally, remember that the journey is not only about achieving personal success, it is also about creating impact, helping others, and contributing to something greater than yourself. The most enduring success is the one that leaves a positive mark on the world, that improves the lives of others, and that inspires those around you to pursue their own dreams with courage and resilience. Every step you take, every challenge you overcome, every lesson you learn quietly prepares you for moments when your effort will multiply, when your work will be recognized, and when your impact will reach far beyond what you imagine. Success is not something that happens overnight. Many people look at others and see only the results, the achievements, and the recognition, and they assume it must have been easy. But what they do not see are the countless failures, the long nights, the mistakes, the moments of doubt, and the persistence that came before those results. Every meaningful accomplishment starts with a vision, but a vision alone is not enough. You must act on it consistently, even when the world does not understand or support you. The road to success is filled with challenges, and the biggest challenge is often within yourself. Fear, doubt, and impatience can become barriers if you let them control your actions. The moment you are able to control these internal obstacles, you gain clarity and strength. Many people give up because they are looking for immediate recognition or validation. They talk about their plans instead of working on them. They wait for approval instead of creating results. But the truth is that no one owes you belief or support. You must create it through your work. Patience is essential. Real growth, real impact, and real change take time. You cannot rush learning, and you cannot force opportunities to arrive. Every step you take, every lesson you learn from failure, every effort you make quietly builds the foundation for what will eventually become visible. During this journey, you will meet people who doubt you or discourage you. They may say it cannot be done, that you are not capable, or that your idea is too ambitious. In those moments, silence is powerful. You do not need to argue or defend yourself. Let your actions respond. Let your results prove your capability. Those who succeed understand that words are cheap, but achievements are invaluable. It is also important to embrace failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of the process. Each failure teaches you something you could not have learned otherwise. Each mistake gives you insight into what works and what does not. The key is not to fear failure, but to learn quickly, adapt, and continue moving forward. Success is rarely built alone. You need a team, partners, and people who share your vision. But great leaders do not simply tell people what to do. They inspire them by example. They work alongside their team, they share the challenges, and they celebrate the small victories together. Leadership is about guiding, supporting, and empowering others while remaining humble and focused on the ultimate goal. Opportunity is often disguised as difficulty. Many people wait for perfect conditions, but perfect conditions rarely exist. Those who achieve greatness are those who act despite imperfection, who see potential where others see obstacles, and who take steps every day to turn challenges into growth. Technology, resources, or timing can help, but they do not define success. Attitude, perseverance, and resilience are what make the difference. You must remain optimistic even when results are not immediate. Optimism is not blind positivity. It is the belief that your effort matters, that persistence will pay off, and that your work will eventually be recognized. Learning continuously is another essential factor. The world changes rapidly, and the skills that brought success yesterday may not be enough tomorrow. Those who keep growing, keep learning, and keep adapting are the ones who remain relevant and achieve lasting impact. Humility is also a critical quality. When you are humble, you remain open to advice, willing to correct mistakes, and capable of building meaningful relationships. Arrogance isolates you, but humility allows collaboration and fosters trust, both of which are essential for sustainable success. And perhaps the most important principle is to focus on creating value rather than seeking recognition. When you dedicate yourself to solving problems, helping others, and building something meaningful, recognition will follow naturally. It is the work itself, the results, and the impact that speak the loudest. The journey will be long, filled with uncertainty and challenges, but every step you take in focus, persistence, and humility brings you closer to achieving your vision. Every late night, every small improvement, every lesson learned quietly in the process is preparing you for moments when the world will recognize your dedication and success in life. People often focus on the obstacles instead of the possibilities. It is easy to see what is wrong, what is missing, or what could go wrong. Many spend their energy worrying about problems, blaming circumstances, or comparing themselves to others. But those who achieve greatness understand that opportunities are hidden within challenges. The way you perceive difficulty will determine how far you go. Every problem is a chance to learn, to grow, and to innovate. When you start seeing difficulties as opportunities rather than threats, you shift from a mindset of fear to a mindset of action. Fear keeps people silent. Fear keeps people stuck. Fear prevents them from taking risks that could change everything. Courage does not mean the absence of fear. It means acting despite it. It means stepping forward even when you are unsure, even when the outcome is uncertain. Success often comes to those who are willing to act when others hesitate. In business, in life, in learning, patience is more valuable than speed. Many people want results immediately. They want recognition, wealth, or status before they have built the foundation. But success is a process. It is built quietly, piece by piece, decision by decision. Every small improvement, every skill learned, every relationship cultivated adds up over time. The accumulation of effort in silence produces results that are undeniable and lasting. People are easily distracted by the noise around them, by what others are doing, by trends, or by comparisons. But true leaders and achievers remain focused on their own path. They invest energy in work, not in gossip or unnecessary explanation. They understand that the world rewards results, not intentions. The most effective people do not spend their time convincing others of their abilities. They let their actions demonstrate their capability. Criticism is inevitable. People will doubt you, question your ideas, and sometimes discourage you without realizing the impact of their words. Responding with anger or argument only drains energy. Silence combined with persistent effort is a stronger response than any words could ever be. Every setback contains a lesson. Every failure carries knowledge that cannot be obtained any other way. Those who learn from mistakes grow faster than those who avoid them. It is not the number of failures that matters, but how quickly and effectively you use those experiences to improve. Leadership is not about being in charge. It is about influence. True leaders inspire others not by authority, but by example. They share responsibility, they listen, and they work alongside their teams. They understand that the best results come from collaboration and trust, not from dictating or controlling. Vision is another essential element of success. Without a clear goal, effort can become directionless. But a vision must be flexible. Conditions change, technology evolves, and the world adapts. The ability to adjust while staying true to your purpose is what separates enduring success from temporary victories. Humility is equally important. When you are humble, you accept feedback, you acknowledge your weaknesses, and you remain open to growth. Arrogance blinds you, isolates you, and prevents learning. Humility allows you to build strong relationships, gain knowledge, and stay adaptable, all of which are crucial in a complex and changing world. Technology, strategy, and resources can help, but they cannot replace attitude, resilience, and perseverance. Those who succeed are not always the smartest or the luckiest. They are the ones who keep going when others stop, who remain focused when others are distracted, and who take responsibility when others look for excuses. Action is more valuable than words. Planning is important, but execution is what creates impact. Ideas alone do not generate results. Persistent, disciplined work transforms ideas into achievements. True success is not just personal gain. It is measured by the positive effect you have on others, by the value you create, and by the legacy you leave behind. By helping others, by improving lives, and by contributing to a greater purpose, your work becomes meaningful, your achievements enduring, and your impact undeniable. Every effort, every decision, and every challenge you overcome quietly builds toward a future where your results will speak for themselves and where the impact of your dedication will be recognized. When people think about success, they often imagine instant results, sudden breakthroughs, or dramatic recognition. But real success is rarely like that. It is built quietly, steadily, and often invisibly. Many people underestimate the power of consistency and overestimate the value of shortcuts. They look for quick solutions, trends, or immediate applause. But these are temporary. True achievement comes from persistence, focus, and the ability to keep moving forward even when the world does not notice or understand your effort. The journey toward meaningful success is filled with obstacles. There will be moments when it feels like nothing is working, when failures accumulate, and when the path forward is unclear. This is the natural part of growth. Those who give up at this point miss the lessons hidden in difficulty. Every problem, every failure, and every challenge is an opportunity to learn, to adapt, and to strengthen yourself. The difference between those who succeed and those who do not is often how they respond to adversity. Resilience is not just about surviving challenges. It is about using challenges to improve, to innovate, and to move closer to your vision. Many people fear failure, but fear is a trap. It keeps you from taking action, from experimenting, and from discovering what is possible. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to move forward despite it. It is the willingness to act even when outcomes are uncertain and risks are high. Silence is another powerful tool on the path to success. In a world full of noise, where everyone wants to explain, argue, or justify themselves, those who choose to focus quietly on their work gain an advantage. Silence allows you to observe more, think more clearly, and concentrate on what truly matters. Words without action are meaningless, but action combined with focus builds a foundation that cannot be ignored. Leadership is also about example. Great leaders do not demand respect with words, they earn it through their actions. They work alongside their teams, share challenges, and inspire through dedication. People follow those who are willing to do the work, face the failures, and stay committed to the vision, not those who simply make promises or give orders. Patience is essential. Achievements that last take time. The world may not recognize your efforts immediately, but every hour, every skill learned, and every improvement contributes to your eventual impact. It is the accumulation of small, consistent actions that creates lasting success. Comparison is dangerous. Many people waste energy looking at what others are doing, feeling envy, or doubting themselves. The only measure that matters is the progress you make compared to who you were yesterday. Focus on your path, your growth, and your vision, and the results will eventually show. Learning is continuous. The world changes rapidly, and yesterday's knowledge may not solve today's problems. Those who continue to learn, adapt, and improve remain relevant and capable of achieving greater impact. Humility is a key characteristic of enduring success. When you are humble, you remain open to feedback, willing to accept mistakes, and able to build meaningful relationships. Arrogance isolates and blinds, but humility strengthens, teaches, and allows you to grow faster than you could alone. Action, not words, defines accomplishment. Many people talk about what they will do, but only those who act, persist, and refine their efforts create results. The work itself becomes proof of capability, more powerful than any explanation or argument. Opportunity often appears disguised as difficulty. Waiting for perfect conditions is a trap because perfect conditions rarely exist. Those who act despite imperfection, who take small steps every day, and who see potential where others see obstacles are the ones who achieve lasting success. Real impact is about more than personal gain. The value you create for others, the problems you solve, and the ways you improve lives determine the depth of your success. When your work benefits others, recognition follows naturally, and your achievements leave a lasting legacy. Every effort, every lesson learned, every challenge overcome, quietly builds toward a future where your results speak louder than any words, and your persistence becomes undeniable. Success is a journey, not a destination, and the people who achieve greatness understand that every step counts, even the ones that seem small or insignificant. Many start with excitement, full of energy and confidence, but along the way, they encounter obstacles that test their patience, determination, and resilience. These obstacles are not signs to stop. They are opportunities to grow stronger, to think more creatively, and to refine your approach. Every failure, every setback, and every criticism contains a lesson that cannot be learned elsewhere. Those who embrace failure as a teacher rather than a punishment gain an advantage that others miss. The difference between temporary success and lasting achievement is often how you respond to these challenges. Persistence is more important than talent. Many people are naturally gifted, but gifts alone do not guarantee results. The ability to continue when others quit, to adapt when circumstances change, and to remain committed despite uncertainty is what separates those who achieve true success from those who only dream about it. Silence is a tool that strengthens focus and builds resilience. In a world full of noise, people are distracted by opinions, comparisons, and unnecessary explanations. Those who choose to stay silent, to listen, and to observe gain insights that others overlook. They see patterns, recognize opportunities, and make better decisions because their minds are clear and their energy is directed toward creating value. Words without action are meaningless. Talking about what you will do does not move you forward. Taking small, consistent steps does. Every action you take quietly builds toward results that will one day speak for themselves. Leadership is not about authority or control. It is about influence, inspiration, and example. The people who lead effectively work alongside their teams, share responsibilities, and demonstrate commitment through their actions. Others follow those who are willing to do the hard work, face challenges, and remain focused on the vision. Learning continuously is essential. The world evolves rapidly, and yesterday's knowledge may not solve today's problems. Those who remain curious, adapt to new situations, and refine their skills are the ones who stay ahead and maintain the ability to create impact. Humility allows growth. When you are humble, you are open to advice, willing to acknowledge mistakes, and capable of building strong relationships. Arrogance isolates, but humility encourages collaboration, strengthens trust, and accelerates learning. Patience is another essential factor. Real success is rarely immediate. It develops quietly over time through consistent effort, reflection, and the accumulation of experience. Every late night, every small improvement, every attempt that did not succeed contributes to the foundation of lasting achievement. Opportunity is often disguised as difficulty. Waiting for perfect conditions is a trap because perfection rarely exists. Those who act despite imperfection, who see potential where others see problems, and who take persistent steps forward every day are the ones who ultimately achieve remarkable results. Optimism matters. Maintaining a positive outlook in the face of challenges allows you to take action, motivate others, and continue pursuing your goals when the situation seems unfavorable. Courage and perseverance amplify this effect, enabling you to act decisively while others hesitate. Focus is critical. Energy spent on distractions, complaints, or unnecessary explanations is energy lost. The people who succeed concentrate on what matters most, align their efforts with their vision, and avoid being swayed by temporary noise or criticism. Action speaks louder than words. Recognition, respect, and influence come from what you accomplish, not what you promise. When your work creates tangible results, the world notices naturally, and the impact becomes undeniable. True success is not only personal, it is about creating value for others, improving lives, and leaving a positive mark on the world. When your achievements benefit others, the recognition is meaningful, lasting, and earned. Every step, every decision, every challenge overcome in silence and with focus adds up to a future where your persistence, dedication, and work ethic speak louder than any announcement or explanation.